Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadowed City podcast, and this is The Shadows Within, with a special interview with a man I have interviewed before. And before I had Breaking Kayfabe, usually put all the pro wrestlers, he appeared here on The Shadows Within. So figured we continue this trend with him. And he also did e-fetting for a short period, and he took some time to himself. And one thing we care about is mental health, and we want people to take care of themselves, you know? So always be sure that what you do, don't, always take care of yourself. That is always a big thing. Mental health is important. Hello?
Hello. My volume is playing up. There we go. How are you doing, Brad?
Welcome, Mr. Dixon.
Thank you.
It's been some time since we last chatted, but things have changed up for you.
They have, yeah. I have sent this to some people, so they should join in a little bit of time. However,
Well,
I've just realised I've not charged my phone, so that might be a good idea to do that.
how dare you? No, just kidding.
Let me just quickly share this to some more people.
No worries at all, brother. Take your time. Take your time. I'm also inviting people on my end to come watch, and people on my end and your end will come watch. And before, I was just revealing to the people, before I had Breaking Kayfabe, where I usually put all the pro wrestlers, I had you on the Shadows Within, and you have been the only pro wrestler on the Shadows Within, which I think is a huge honor.
I think it is as well, yeah.
And I noticed we've done a few interviews, and I noticed things have went up and down for you. And I know that you went through a period where you were doubting yourself, and you were having some mental health stuff going on. And I want to just say, mental health is important. Always be sure to take care of yourself, my friend. And you have people out there that care for you.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a sore throat, sorry.
No worries.
I wonder why these people are taking their time.
Well, sometimes it will take time for the people to join us. No worries. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Ethan Dixon, also known as the Undeniable One.
Okay, I'm back. I
You're
just shared
back.
it to a group chat, so they should join in a second.
Wonderful. But but until they can join us, I think we can get this thing started, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm. So last we talked, I know you said not to go into too much detail, but I will tell you what I've been told by you. You were working for Dropkick and IWF, looking to get started there, but
Yep.
we did not see you appear in there later. If you would like to talk about that.
So I was on, for IWF, I was on the debut show. I was on Reign of Terror, and I believe that was it. I missed the second show because I was on holiday. But yeah, for now, I'm not there, but who knows what might happen in the future. With Dropkick, I did one pre-show, and then I was supposed to have another match against a great wrestler called Arkid. And unfortunately, I had a concussion, so I was out for 4 to 6 weeks. I can't quite remember how long. And then I had to miss my rematch, so I haven't wrestled since October. But who knows what might happen in the future. And I do believe I am returning next year.
You talk about what could be coming in the future, and you were also telling me how you re-signed with a company you originally left was
Yep.
CCW, the Colliery.
Yep, I did.
The
Well,
Colliery.
yeah, Colliery Community Wrestling. Well, CCW was where, who's joining? Or does it not say it?
Welcome,
Whoever's
Colin
joining.
Barker.
Oh, hello, Colin. Whoever's joining, say hello in the comments, and I'll say hello back. Um, but yeah, I do really want to go back there in the future. But yeah, that's where I originally started off, and I left for a short period of time because me and the promoter, I'll be honest, me and the promoter had a little issue, and we talked about it though, and now we're all fine, and now I'm back there, which is great stuff.
Most interesting indeed. So you are not signed, but you are signed.
No, I am signed. I am signed.
Okay, okay. Because I was about to say that's what you were telling me, and then when you say that you're possibly going to go back there, I was like, huh, I'm confused now. So are you going to be at the last show for CCW?
Do you mean last show? Oh,
Isn't the
was I
last
at the
show for?
last show? Yeah, I was at the last show.
Okay,
I believe. Actually, I'm not allowed to spoil stuff, but I might be wrestling some point next year.
okay, okay. And when you were in CCW the first few times, you were in a few battle royals. I know you were a part of a few battle royals slash rumbles, and you also
Yep.
had a few singles matches, like where you took on Yaka.
Yep, that was a decent match. That was my first ever singles match, yeah.
What can you tell us what it's like to be in that environment, one on one compared to a battle royal and a rumble?
So that's a good question. Um, so how do I explain this? Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of rumbles or battle royals, but if I get offered one, I'm not going to say no. um, but a singles match, there's a lot more to think about. You've got to think about getting the fans to like you. If you're a good guy, that is. If you're a bad guy, you want them to hate you realistically. But if you're a good guy, you want to make sure the fans like you when you come out. Because if the fans don't like you and you're a good guy, then you're going to end up looking like a bad guy. And it's going to help. It's not going to be very good for you as a wrestler. So if I'm a good guy and I come out and I'm being all cocky, which I am outside of wrestling, I'll be honest. But if I come out and I'm being all cocky,
Oh, um, I think there might be some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Hold on. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. He just texted me. I told him to hop back in. Um, if I need to restart, I can. Technical difficulties, everyone. He wants me to restart it, so I will. Well, actually, hello, Ethan.
yeah, I think I'm back. We'll restart. We'll start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Got some
One thing I
people
could
in now.
say, buddy, even if people don't click on the link immediately that you sent out, they'll click on it eventually, and this will be up for a good few days.
Hey, Big Bad Brothers. Hey, George. How you doing?
And we were talking about your time in between what's it like being in a rumble compared to a singles match? Welcome,
Okay,
Alexis. Welcome, George Hewler. BBBB.
that's Big Bad Brothers.
Mm.
He's one of the trainees at CCW. Um,
Ah,
so with a singles match and a rumble, there's quite a bit of difference. Big Bad Brothers has had a few rumbles actually, I believe. Could be wrong. I know he's had one. I think he might have had a few. But basically, in my head, if I've got a singles match, then I really need to focus because I need to think about getting the fans to like me. I need to think about impressing the promoter. Good stuff. Looking forward to see you too. Hopefully one day, Big Bad Brothers. Um, what was I going to say? I need to focus on getting the promoter to like me because if the promoter likes me, then they'll bring me back and then I can get my name out more and more and more. Just to want to rumble, okay. And third of all, I need to focus on getting the person I'm wrestling to like me because although we're in there and we're hurting each other, we still have respect for each other. You know, when you go in a wrestling match, I don't know how to say this. There's an element of it that's sort of planned, if you get what I mean. But it's not fake at all. I hate when people say wrestling's fake. If you go in a wrestling ring and you take one back bump, it hurts very badly.
Hmm.
It's not nice at all. It's how I would describe wrestling is like watching a live stunt movie in person in a cooler fashion. That's how I would describe wrestling. And if you do wrestling, although it hurts a little bit, although it hurts a lot, I will say that. It is good to get your mental health off things, but back to what we were talking about. For me, I need to focus on those things, like I said, and getting sure everyone likes me and I impress everyone. And there's a lot more to think about because when you go in a rumble, you know, you can just go in, you can go punch someone like Big Bad Brothers if you don't like them, go punch another person, go do this, that, and the other. And sometimes, although a rumble is slightly easier because you don't need to think about what you're going to do when you get in there that looks fancy and all this jazz. One thing I will say with a rumble is it can be a bit more stressful, especially with a battle royale, because if I've had a few battle royales, and when you first go in, there's just tons of people. But in a rumble, it's a bit different because you all come out at different points. But if you go in a battle royale, then there's tons of people in at once, and that can be like really stressful for your mind because you're like, well, if I go there, then what if this person gets my way? But it's a bit of a tricky one to answer, really.
And BBBB says he looks forward to seeing you at CCW. And he says that he's been in just the one. I think he's referring to a Battle Royal or Royal Rumble.
Oh yes, yes, that was October and Halloween. Yes, it was
And
just
it looks like
before.
CCW has seminars coming up from Wolfgang and Big Lou Nixon.
Yeah, we've got some really good seminars coming up. So Wolfgang he's wrestled for TNA, he's wrestled for NXT UK, he's wrestled for NXT. Wolfgang has got, I think he's been doing this for 20 years, 25 years. And if you watch any of his matches, as a singles match or as Gallus, sorry, he's a great wrestler. And I've got two seminars with Wolfgang. I've got one with CCW, which I believe is January 11th, and I've got one with Wolfgang some point in February at a company near where I'm based in the UK because CW's about 45 minutes away from where I live up north. And so yeah, I've got two seminars with Wolfgang and Big Lou Nixon. He's a great wrestler. He's mostly a deathmatch wrestler, hardcore wrestler,
Uh
but he's really good. You might have seen him before. Have you seen him in America? He's wrestled for Ruthless Pro Wrestling, I believe it's called.
hmm
And
Yes.
and a company called XPW, which I really don't like, so I'm not going to talk about them. But there's a bit of controversy around the promoters, I will say.
I know what you mean. Rob Black. Everybody knows about Rob Black.
I believe he's having a lovely time in prison at the moment, but that's not what we're here for. Um,
I did not
I'm
even
gonna,
know he was locked up. This is news to me.
I think he is. I heard it off Lou Nixon, not to aggress him up or anything. I don't even know what we're talking about, to be honest. We're talking about the seminars. Yeah, Big Lou Nixon's been doing it for a while now. Not as long as Wolfgang, obviously, because Wolfgang is a veteran in the scene. But Big Lou Nixon's still a great wrestler. He does his own podcast. He does all sorts on YouTube. He's a great wrestler, and I think we've got him for two shows so far, and then he's off to America again. So if he's near you in America, I would definitely go see Lou Nixon because he's phenomenal. And little spoiler alert, um, I'm a little fan of Rise, even though I shouldn't really watch Rise. Have you heard of Rise Underground Pro Wrestling?
Oh, I love Rise Underground Pro Wrestling. I love death matches. The games of death, bro. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. So I believe there's a company in America called ICW No Holds Barred.
Yeah, yes, ICW NHB ran by Danny D'Amato, but I don't think they're just based out here in America. I believe they have like standings in other places, especially in the UK.
I know they are. I believe they are based in America, but I know they do a yearly show in the Britain.
Yeah,
I believe, and I think that's partnered with Rise, which is why I started talking about them. But ICW No Holds Barred is a great. Oh, sugar! It's a great company.
yes, it
Um,
is. And we have lost them again. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties always getting to us.
this didn't happen the last time. Okay, we'll continue. That wasn't as bad as last time. I wasn't gone for a few minutes. I'm back. Okay, so what we were talking about Lou Nixon, yeah. So he's a great wrestler.
We were talking about ICW NHB and stuff and Games
Oh
of
yeah,
Death,
they're a great
Rise
company. Great
Underground.
company.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise is a great company, and if you're in America, I believe every year now on WrestleMania weekend they do a show. I believe it's in a place called the Vine Bar in Vegas is where they did it this year, but I could be wrong. I know they do it wherever WrestleMania is on WrestleMania weekend, so that's good to get to if you're in America. But yeah,
Like, yeah. And I can't wait to see what you do in the CCW after those seminars. What is your big goal coming back into CCW? Is there something you're wanting? Is there a match you're wanting? Is there a title you're wanting? Like, what is the big goal?
the long time goal or the short time goal.
Both.
Okay, so my short time goal for CCW would be this one's really tricky. Um, okay, my short time goal for CCW is to have a one-on-one match with Dustin Hart because he's my coach. And then in terms of my long-term goal, it's a bit of multiple goals in one. It would be progressively get higher titles. So tag team, for example, then Light in the Dark, then world title one day eventually. Yeah, so that'll be good.
Hmm. Well, that should be very good indeed. And
About
you
my
also have done. Would we ever be seeing you back in IWF or DCW?
um, maybe one day, maybe I'm not sure yet though, but could do.
All right. And you're still doing work for Alba?
Yes, I am still doing work for Alba actually. I will. I don't know if I'll get told off for saying this, but I was speaking to the promoter yesterday, and I do believe I'm going back up to Alba next year.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's the same show I was on this year, and I believe I can't remember what match I got. We'll have to wait and see.
yes. ACW has WrestlePalooza coming up at some point in time and
Yes,
coming into
indeed.
next year. hmm
Should be a good show that one.
Are you also going to be doing referee work? Because I know you have done some refereeing work at times.
At the moment, I'm not sure, but I would love to. I would love to do some referee work.
Understood. Understood.
I think we had a lot
When
more
you,
viewers last time.
huh?
I think we had a lot of people in last time. I don't know what's happening. I think it's because Christmas Eve for me. I don't know if it's for you. I would assume it's for you.
Yeah, yeah, Christmas Eve and now, and I would imagine that it's almost Christmas time for you guys because our time difference.
Yeah, it's 8:30 for me at the moment. 8:30 p.m.
Happy holidays, my friend.
Thank you.
Now, going through all these companies, are you going to be looking to join up anywhere else besides Alba, Dropkick, IWF? Is there a place that you're wanting to go to grind more, grit your teeth more? Like there's Scottish wrestling entertainment. There's like we were just talking about, Rise Underground Pro if you're wanting to go try out for the deathmatch scene. Like,
One day, one day. So for me, I never say no to wrestling companies. However, I don't know how to say this without spoiling too much. But I'm not quitting wrestling. But next year, I will only be wrestling once as myself. And then after that, I will be wrestling under a different character, but I can't say too much because
Oh,
that would be ruining it. But I'm not leaving wrestling. So if you're wondering why you're not seeing me anymore, it's because I'll be getting a new character. The only clue I'll give you is that it's a bit of a luchador. Um, but yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, other promotions. So there's a new company that's just started down in. I'm not sure quite where it is, but I was talking to somebody who wrestles there the other day, and it's called Future Pro Wrestling, I believe.
oh,
Might I want to go there one day? They use some wrestlers from other companies near where I live, like Dropkick, and they're a good company based on what I've seen. But I don't. I think their debut show got cancelled, but
oh.
I think they'll be doing shows next year. Um, when all the drama settles, maybe UWA, Ultimate Wrestling Alliance, which is in Sunderland, maybe that. There's a company called EPW American Wrestling, which is where I first started training in the Northeast. I believe I'm going to start going down to WAW once a month next year, which is owned by the Knight family, Paige, Ricky Knight,
Yeah,
Roy Knight, Zach Knight, all of them. So by the Knight
legends,
family. Huh?
legends.
Yeah, the are legends. And watch the Fighting with My Family movie if you've never seen it before.
Oh, I love that film. I'm not gonna
It's
lie, that
great,
film's
isn't it?
awesome.
But yeah, obviously, I would if I got the opportunity to, I would go to every company in the country, if not further away. I can say that at some point down the line, I believe I'm going to make a travel to Denmark to take part in a wrestling camp. Um, it's not too expensive, and it's good to say I've wrestled in another country. And one day, as we're talking about other companies, my long-term goal in wrestling as a whole is to run my own wrestling company.
You want to own your own wrestling company?
I do.
Oh, well, what brought this upon? Is there like something that is this like a long-term goal that you've had, or is this like something that just came to mind not too long ago?
I've had it for a while, but I think what it is I love wrestling, obviously, and if I love wrestling, then in my head, because I love wrestling so much, and as well as that, I love entrepreneurship. Like I love the thought of running your own business, planning this, planning that, and all this jazz, and making your thing into the biggest thing it can be. So because I love wrestling so much, I believe that if I run my own wrestling company, then I can take wrestling in my local area to the next level by bringing in the best wrestlers in the area and stuff like that, and then hopefully elevate the scene. However, although I've said that, I did have a plan B, and it's still to do the wrestling company, but it wouldn't be in my local area. Instead, um, there's a little island between England and France, and it's called Guernsey. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Oh,
Guernsey. And
Guernsey,
Nathan's,
is this a place?
yeah, it's an island near between
I
England
have
and
never
France.
heard. I have never heard of this. This is I've never heard of this. Sounds very interesting.
Well, do you know a wrestler called Nathan Fraser from WWE?
Yes.
Nathan Fraser is from their sister island, Jersey. And Jersey and
Wow.
Guernsey are right next to each other. So Nathan Frazier is from Jersey, and that's right next to Guernsey. But basically, I had another idea, and it'd be to run a company there because there's not really a scene there anymore. There's three companies that used to run there. There's one called LDN Wrestling, there was one called Guernsey Pro Wrestling, and I don't remember the other one. And they got lots of fans at the show, surprisingly. And the island's only got about 70,000 population. But the good thing about Guernsey is strategically I can bring in wrestlers from England. I can bring in wrestlers from Scotland because it's a bit further up that way. And I can also potentially bring in wrestlers from France because France is there. So I can get, if he ever gets released from WWE, there's a guy called Eagle Blanc. I think that's how you say his name. He's from France. He's great. There's a guy called Mike D. Vecchio or something like that. They're two really great wrestlers and they've just been signed to NXT. They've only done house shows and dark matches, but if they got released could even bring them over.
Possibilities are endless. And welcome Ricky Stanicki, welcome Larry Legend, and referee Brian Chaplow.
Hello, Brian. Feel
Yeah,
free to put
Larry
any
Legend is going
questions.
crazy over here. He was liking it. He was loving this. He loves this.
Brian?
Larry Legend. I'm not saying Brian
Oh,
does not love it, but I saw Larry Legend pop up with the signs. You know.
thank you. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, put them down below because I'll do my best to answer them as well if we've got enough time.
Yes, if anybody has any questions they would like to ask him through this, you guys are welcome to put your answers down below. And speaking of wrestling companies, would you ever think about doing stuff with Wrestling with Pride? I think you have in the past, if I recall.
I haven't in the past.
Okay.
Um, I would love to at some point. I've helped out when Taylor used to help run Coming Out Championship Wrestling, which is C3's Pride brand. But if the opportunity ever came, I would absolutely go for it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, the opportunities are endless, and you have a bright future ahead. And going into next year, if you really want these goals of becoming a promoter, an owner, gonna have to do a lot to do that because I know it ain't easy. Like IWF just hit their 1 year. Congrats to them. Big congrats. And
Well,
I don't think it was easy for them to, but look what they did in the span of time that they were around and have been around. It's incredible.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing some commentary work at times, maybe?
I'm open in terms of wrestling. I'm open to help out in any way because for me, whatever it is I do is experience for me. And sometimes wrestling companies, like if I when I run my own wrestling company, um, I might want somebody to just come to the show and help get the gear and take it backstage and pass on messages. Now that's in wrestling, that's called a runner. And hello, DJB.
Yes, DJB, the IWF GM, is here in the house. And like I was just saying, they just had their IWF has been around for some time, and it's like their 1 year already. So it's like big congrats to IWF and welcome DJB. And you worked with DJB quite a bit, I would say, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, he helped me with something. And I'll just say thank you for this, even though we don't see each other anymore. But I was, I've written, I haven't published it yet, but I was thinking about publishing it around July time. But I've written myself a book, and DJB
Oh,
helped me do the cover. So I'm appreciative for that. And I'm gonna go get this. DJB helped design my merch, so thank you for that as well. Hold on, let me find it.
oh, he's a great, fantastic designer. He's the what's his nickname? The uh
Innovator
internet
of
guy.
excellence.
Repeat what?
The innovator of excellence.
Yes, that. And I thought he also had another one. I thought the king of media, king of social
That's the
media.
one. It's in
Yes.
my suitcase with all my wrestling gear in it, and it's filled to the brim. So you're gonna have to bear with
Oh yeah.
me.
I've heard he's done quite a few with that, like helped out quite a few stars with their merch and stuff, and he
Yeah,
does a
yes.
lot for the wrestling community as a whole. It's incredible what he's done. And he's going to be a part of, I don't know if you heard, with Alba, they have this new show called Alba After Dark. He's one of the
Oh
commentators.
yes. I have seen that, so congratulations, DJB. I don't know if you missed it earlier, but I should be coming back to Alba next year
Yes.
at some point. No, that's something we do.
Yeah, he's had a lot of nicknames. Yes, you have, sir. Yes, you have. And you've always gone by one nickname, Ethan, as far as I'm concerned, the undeniable Ethan Dixon.
Yes. Now I am having no luck finding this T-shirt, but thank you anyway, DJB.
Welcome, Walker Wall Street. Now, there's a match I would love to see you versus Walker one day.
Walker of Wall Street would absolutely crush me.
He is the IWF champion, man.
He is. Congratulations, DJB. Congratulations, Walker.
Oh, yes.
I'm getting really annoyed because I wanted to find my T-shirt to show you, but I'm not finding it. But credit where credit's due. Thank you, TJ.
Has done a lot for the wrestling community, especially up there where y'all live, and you guys continue to grow in many different ways. Is there, speaking of wrestlers you wanted to face, we've talked about a few. Is there somebody else or a few people that you have on your like maybe like a list that you would love to face, and what would be the reason?
Okay, so um, as I briefly touched on earlier, I will be in wrestling, but not as myself anymore. I don't want to say exactly what because that would spoil the fun and it'll take away
Yeah,
the
I
fun of
try
it.
not to ask that question so you don't give us too much because this sounds really cool. Like I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for that.
Basically, when I portray that character, there's a few people I really want to wrestle. There's Robbie X. He's a phenomenal
Oh,
UK wrestler over here. He wrestled at New Japan. He's wrestled at CMLL, I think, and he's wrestled on an AEW Zero Hour. Um, Second, I want to really wrestle is Leon Slater because he's a phenomenal high flyer, and I think it's just really fast-paced action. There's a guy called Archie Cole. Now, Archie Cole, I'm guessing you've watched Will Ospreay.
oh yes, yes I have.
Archie Cole is like a younger version of Will Ospreay, so that would be fun. Trying to think. I want to say two more. Just trying to think of who. Um,
You did say Dustin Hart being one.
yeah, Dustin Hart possibly, and who else would be good to face? I'm trying to think of some Northeast people. Um, oh, Brandon Prince and Reese Miller. They used to help coach me. They wrestle at Firestar. If you've ever heard of Firestar. Okay,
Firestar Championship Wrestling. Yes, I follow them. Very good
yes, I'm
stuff.
gonna think of one more. Sam Taylor. Okay, now I'm thinking of more. Sam Taylor, Alex Parker, Lumberjack maybe one day. There's lots of great wrestlers, but for me,
Jack Stoker just said him.
yeah, that's Lumberjack from CCW. Um,
Oh,
I think I would get chopped down. That's his little catchphrase: is chop them down.
oh, here's Prince Dagon. Be careful. The Lilac Legion may be near.
Hello, hello, hello. Um, but yeah, there's a long list. But Alex Parker as well. That's he comes from the same place Sam Taylor wrestles, and they're quite similar in style. And Sam Taylor, I believe, he's wrestled at Denmark as well. So has Alex Parker this year. Sam Taylor's trained at the Heart Dungeon, and he's also helped on AEW shows. So he's got a long list of accolades.
Very nice. And is there something, I know you said you talked about long-term and short-term goals. Is there a title that you're wanting to have an opportunity at? Because I would imagine that you're looking to possibly gain some gold in the near future.
Yes. Now it's going to be hard to pinpoint a certain title. um, I would say the C3 Underground Heavyweight Championship,
Mm,
possibly.
held by
Oh,
many legends.
yes. Dagon's held it, who just joined. Um, Jam Dog's held it. Johnny Flashback's held it. There's just a few to name, but there's a lot of great wrestlers who've held the belt.
Indeed. Indeed. And those are basically the questions I have lined up for you from me. But if somebody has questions, anybody's welcome to ask questions. I know you wanted to do a Q&A. If anybody has
Yeah,
questions for Mr. Ethan,
we'll
please
stay
ask
around.
away.
We'll stay around for a little bit. Anyone can ask any questions. Preferably to do with wrestling, but if you've got any other questions, then you can ask them away. They can be to do with wrestling itself. They can be to do with training. They can be to do with a promotion I want to do one day, any of them things. Absolutely anything. Nothing is off the charts. We'll wait a few minutes and see if anyone has any questions.
Oh, while we're waiting for that, I do have one I just added. I know you can't tell us about your character, but can you tell us who helped you with your character? Like your new character that you could be bringing out.
Um, who helped me with my character?
Or
To
did
be
you come up with
honest,
this by yourself?
I mostly came up with it myself, but it was inspired
Okay.
by one of my old coaches,
Oh, okay.
who's called El Temple, who's a
Yeah, temple.
northeast wrestler. Anyone got any questions?
None has popped up yet.
You might be thinking. We'll give them a few minutes. As we wait, I need to ask if you've got these in America because these are life changing. Every Christmas, I cannot have Christmas without having one of these. Do you have these in America?
What are these? Remember, your screen is black on my end.
Is it? They're called puds. The
Puts.
Cadbury's on them. They're called puds.
Puts. What are these poots?
Puds. It's short for puddings, and they're.
Oh, pudding. Well, we have pudding. I don't know if that's
It's not the
exactly what
same.
you got, though.
It's like a round chocolate thing. It's really nice. They're Cadbury puds. You should try them if you've never had them before.
Is there something on the inside of it?
I'm gonna have to check. So the Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate balls with a truffle centre, hazelnut pieces, and rice crisps.
Oh,
Anyone can ask any question whatsoever. Any question.
can't say we have that in America. What age did
What?
you start wrestling, and who is your idol? Mm.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so I started watching wrestling my whole life. I've always loved wrestling ever since I can remember. But the age I actually started training for wrestling, I was 11, and COVID had just ended, I think, or something along those lines. Hold on, I'm just gonna quickly check. I'll do that in a second. But yeah, I started training at 11. I had my first match when I was 13 or 14. First match when I was 13, and who did I look up to when I was younger? Um, I have three wrestlers I really looked up to. Now, people, when I was really young, I would say John Cena. But when I think about who I genuinely looked up to, as in I wanted to be a wrestler, I would say my three would be Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh, three luchadors. Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they really inspired me growing up. Yeah, just trying to think of some. I'll think of one more wrestler who inspired me, but wasn't like the big reason. Okay, I've given myself a challenge there. Actually, I really enjoyed watching. This is really controversial, but in terms of his mic skills, I really, really enjoyed watching The Miz.
I mean, I don't really see how that was controversial. Once you said that, I really thought you were going to say somebody else, but
I know, but some people are like, he's not a good wrestler, when he really is a good wrestler.
here's the thing, The Miz, I'll give credit where it's due for him. He is a great talent. He knows how to get heat. He knows how to get the people watching. If you notice why WWE's kept him around, look what he's done. Like, they can't get rid of him.
They can't, no. I do have a controversial opinion about some wrestlers I really don't like, and I think I might get some hate for this, but it's fine because I'm not going to be wrestling for much longer. As myself, with my new
Jeez,
character.
you say you're not going to retire, then I feel like you're going to secretly retire on us. Come on, man.
No, I'm gonna be wrestling as my new character,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I am not a fan personally of Jey Uso whatsoever. I do not like Jey Uso. I really don't like Jey Uso
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
I'll give you my reason why if you really want to.
I, That is your choice. Like I'm not judging. Speak away.
So my opinion on Jey Uso is he used to be a really good wrestler, but then what he did, in my opinion, was he focused too much on his character and having a character that the fans could really like, and him focusing on that stopped him from focusing on his actual wrestling. And I'm a bit in the middle with LA Knight because he's an okay wrestler, but I think he relies on his promo and his entrance a bit too much. What's his question? Who's the best wrestler to be in the
Who's the
ring with?
best wrestler you have been in the ring with? Oh no,
It's
you gotta be truthful, man. Make that list.
in a singles match or any match.
I think he means it any type of match. Like he did say the wrestler, so unless he's
Okay.
meaning this in general, give us like a list.
Okay, so because I've been out for a while, this list, some of the wrestlers won't be really impressive because of me being out of the ring for so long, but okay. Oh, including seminars. Rene Dupree. He was
Thank you,
the
Pre.
young. Yes, he's Canadian wrestler, the youngest ever tag team champion in the WWE, I believe. CC Dub, CC Dub.
Yeah, it's the owner of CCW, Mr. James Barras.
Yep, James Barris. But yeah, Rene Dupree's the best wrestler I've done a seminar with. But in terms of actually wrestled, um, so far I would say Jakob.
That was a good match between you two.
It was an okay match. It was decent. Out of the ones I've had, yeah, it was a pretty good match.
I thought it was one because you said that was your first single, so that was a great place to showcase what you guys got. And if you guys have not seen the past interviews, I've done this with Ethan before. This is a recap basically, since I haven't been on touch with him in a while, and it's good to get back with him. Good to have you back, Ethan.
Thank you. But yeah, I would say Jakob. I believe there was another question that came through, but I didn't see it.
Um, not not on my end. No, it was have a good show and good Xmas. You too, sir.
You too, James. But yeah, he would be the best wrestler I've wrestled.
Okay. Yeah, Jakob is going places. The Polish party prince. He's getting people excited and hyped up everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a question before we get off here?
I'll give them a minute. If you've got multiple questions, send them all and we'll answer them. And then when we finish answering that one, we'll have more to go off. And then once they've run out, then we'll jump off. If that's okay with you.
Like I said, we'll stay on here for a bit. We've done these interviews a few times. This is like I believe our third time with you being on here.
Yes, second or third, yeah. I mean, if I'm
Because I know we
free,
had a few. That's
yeah,
where I
if
first
I'm,
asked you the big questions of how you started your career and stuff. But these were revamped questions of like what's been happening since we last chatted, you know?
yeah, the first interview was really good. There was lots of questions about my start and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, we can start doing these monthly if you want, and don't see an issue with that.
Can definitely look into that, buddy boy. Again, especially going into the new year, anything's possible, and you have been practically a regular, I would say, within the Shadows Within. You're the only pro wrestler on the Shadows Within
Oh,
that
really?
yeah, remember? I told you that's why I've had you on the
Oh, on the
Shadows
shadows
Within one.
within. On the shadows within, yeah.
Yeah, because you
Oh,
was when before I had Breaking Kayfabe, before I had that, I had Shadows Within, and you were the first one that But I think you reached out to me or I reached out to you. But then after that, we started to have a talk. And I know you were in e-fetting a short bit, but I know that you kind of quit that. Um,
Yeah,
but you were going to start up your own e-fet at one point too.
I was gonna, but I changed.
Life
Yeah,
happens. And like I said, mental health is important.
yeah. I don't believe we have any questions.
Well,
Um, so yeah, that was it.
was a good time to get back to seeing what's up with you, my friend. We'll definitely reconvene this next month. And I
Yeah.
hope everybody has a great one. Do you want to say anything before we get off?
Thank you to the few people that came in because I know it's a busy evening over in the UK because it's Christmas Eve. So thank you to the few people that came in. And yeah, I am the
I
goat.
am the goat of e-fest. The goats, the
I
greatest of
don't.
all time. Or are you also the boat, the best of all time?
I don't doubt that, DJB. I don't doubt that.
He is the king of social media, so I mean,
He is.
it kind of says it in the name. But I hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. Peace out.
Peace out.